And we begin tonight at 6 by tracking rain and the potential for severe storms moving through central Indiana. You can see it right here on live Doppler 13 radar.
And the rain is not going to stop the hot ticket item downtown. Fans, as you can see, are pouring into Gainbridge Fieldhouse. The Pacers and the Bucks tipping off in just minutes from now. And we start tonight at 6 with Angela. We're in the Weather Center. She's been tracking everything we need to know and watching this radar, the storm move in from Terre Haute right now.
And the fans have poured in before it started pouring.
There you go.
Yes, which is a good thing, that early tip.
I know it's an early tip, 6 o'clock, but that was good timing because the rain is just now starting to make its way back into downtown. As expected, a couple waves of rain and storms today. Weather impact alert day. We're going to start to wrap this up in the next couple of hours. Severe thunderstorm watch continues until 9. Damaging wind, large hail can't be ruled out, but really heavy rain and flooding the biggest threat at this point. This is live Doppler 13 radar. Everyone highlighted in yellow under that severe thunderstorm watch. These storms moving from west to east over the same areas with the heavy rain that will increase that flash flooding threat. Strong storm over Seymour, back into Brownstown, Bedford, Mitchell, and then into North Vernon, up into Brookville. We dive into Marion County, and you can see the rain starting to move into the west side, south side. We have some additional strong storms moving through and just east of Richmond, back into Rushville. Rushville was hit hard earlier today with some damage because of some strong, what we think, straight line winds. We have additional storms that will develop this time tomorrow, but we get a break in the middle. More on that and another severe threat this time tomorrow in the full forecast.
All right, Angela, thanks so much. And now at 6 to a 13 News exclusive. Tonight we're hearing from the family of a new victim recently identified from human remains at the Fox Hollow Farm.
So this is the former Westfield property of suspected serial killer Herb Baumeister. Our Jenny Runovich talked with the coroner today and with the victim's daughter. Jen.
Yeah, that victim's daughter just got confirmation of this yesterday. As you can imagine, she is in shock. This brings the total number of people identified as victims at Fox Hollow Farm to 10. Another victim at Fox Hollow Farm now has a name. Daniel Thomas Halloran, born in 1972. His remains broken and buried for 3 decades in Westfield, now identified.
I was born in 92. He went missing in 93. I looked out for him. I searched for him all my life.
Halloran's daughter never knew her dad. Her mom told her he left Florida for his home state of Indiana when she was a toddler, and they never heard from him again. She got the phone call Monday from the Hamilton County coroner. Her father was the likely victim of a serial killer.
It was an emotional conversation that we had with her.
And it just makes me kind of sick and weary to my stomach. How to know that my dad was brutally murdered. It's hard. And for all the other victims out there and their families, I'm with them. I'm praying hard for them.
Halloran is the 10th victim with a positive ID at Fox Hollow Farm, and a surprise for the case.
He was an individual who was not on our radar. Wasn't someone that was reported missing. Didn't know anything about him.
Halloran's remains were found in a different part of the farm than the other murdered men, the investigation now branching out. It took forensic genealogy at Othram Laboratories to identify him, and the coroner says the confirmation process was challenging. Halloran's mother, brother, and father are all dead. They need a relative to compare DNA. Then they discovered his mom had died of an overdose in Marion County. That led to a match.
So we contacted the Marion County Coroner's Office, and they were able to provide us with a bloodstain card, a DNA card from the mother, and we were able then to do the comparison of the DNA from the remain to the mother's DNA and lock in that identification.
Jellison only learned recently that Halloran had a daughter. She's now taking a DNA test for triple confirmation.
It was a blessing in some sort to know, because I was always wondering.
Time will tell, but I think it kind of just brought her a little closer to the dad that she never knew.
A family member with answers, however difficult they may be. So while speaking with Coral today, she told me that her aunt had heard there was a serial killer here in Indiana around the time that Halloran disappeared. She suspected they were connected, but never knew for sure. Coral now plans to bury her dad near his brother and mom here in Indy. Also want to let you know we learned today 3 more DNA profiles from the remains found at Fox Hollow Farm are now undergoing testing, so we could have 3 more names soon.
We know you'll continue to cover it.
We will.
Thanks, Jenny. Now, a 13-year-old tonight is pleading guilty to murder.
This is a guilty plea that comes without a plea deal. It's all in connection with the death of a 61-year-old man. Joseph Enote Jr. pleaded guilty to 2 counts of murder, 1 count of armed robbery.
Police then tell us the teen met the victim, Mark Miles, at this gas station before following him home, then stabbing and killing him. The state is now asking for Van Note to be sentenced as an adult, which carries a sentence of up to 65 years in prison.
Tonight, the family of a 7-year-old boy with special needs says the 2nd grader was sexually assaulted multiple times as he was traveling on his school bus.
An attorney for the family told us they plan to sue the Jennings County School Corporation. Our Rich Nye is in southern Indiana tonight, where a 15-year-old boy is now charged with rape and appeared in court this afternoon.
We don't know the specific bus where the alleged assaults occurred, but the 7-year-old attends this school where buses were leaving from Tuesday afternoon. The attorney for the family says security video from the bus shows evidence of multiple assaults by a 15-year-old boy sitting next to the 7-year-old boy on the special needs bus. The attorney for the family said in a news release, the victim's family is hoping that this claim and its publicity will help prevent such a tragedy from happening to another child, while sending a powerful message that all schools should be held accountable for the safety and protection of their students, particularly the most vulnerable disabled children. The 15-year-old boy accused of rape was here at the Jennings County Courthouse Tuesday afternoon for a hearing in circuit court. That was a closed juvenile proceeding that I was not allowed to attend. We do not identify juveniles, but the defendant left in this van. In Jennings County, Rich Nye, 13 News.
We're getting new details tonight about a crash involving a Jeep and a CSX train on the east side of Indy over the weekend.
Metro Police now saying the driver of that Jeep is dead. It happened near North Sherman Drive and Mass Ave on Saturday. Police believe the Jeep drove around the crossing gate before then being hit by the train.
Right now, we're working to learn more details about the victim. We'll be sharing updates with you when they become available, both on air and on WTHR.com.
A mom in Madison County says that she and her young children were nearly struck by a stray bullet as they were sitting inside their own home.
She told Alex Almanza today she is terrified to sit on her own couch, afraid it may happen again.
Lillian Fleming says this happened out in the rural countryside of Anderson. She heard gunfire in the distance, which isn't unusual where she lives, but what is unusual was a bullet flying into her home and nearly hitting her. She was babysitting a friend's child. Her own son was asleep nearby when she heard a loud boom. She says she grabbed both kids and ran outside to hide behind her car while the gunfire continued. A bullet had pierced the wall, bounced through a table and the dog crate, and came within inches of hitting her. Sheriff's deputies told her the bullet likely was an accident and said there was not much they can do. Fleming says someone needs to take responsibility before a child is killed.
We need to be better about this because we were playing outside in that area too earlier that day. Like something could have struck us while we were out there. I'm terrified. I'm absolutely terrified to be in my own home right now.
Fleming tells 13 News she plans on exploring legal action, saying she'll stop at nothing to protect her son. In Madison County, Alex Almanza, 13 News.